Commoner Bhushan Devan with us on the broadcast at this point in time. Let me begin with Major Shashi Asthana. Major Shashi Asthana, once again, sir, in the press conference today, 2 points have been reiterated. Number one, that India's war is against terrorism, and we targeted terrorist camps. We did not begin by targeting any Pakistani military infrastructure, and the army has been very clear, the forces rather have been very clear in saying that the destruction caused to the Pakistani forces is their own doing. They got involved in India's fight on terror, and this is what you get when you will get involved in India's fight on terror. That's point number one. Point number two, of course, is that we will not at any point cow down or bow down to any sort of pressure, that we are and will continue to be ready for any sort of attack by the adversary. But I want to understand from you, Major Asthana, why do you think on a daily basis we are being very clear in reiterating that our war is on terror? And secondly, if you get involved, you will suffer some sort of damage, even though it will be extremely precise, calibrated and measured.
Firstly, we must compliment our defense forces the way they have gone about it. Precision strikes on terror targets to start with, and thereafter precision effect-based responses when their military tried to throw drones at us and missiles at us and things like that. And very effective air defense system, air defense grid, which was very appropriately explained today. Now, let me put it this way, that in addition to the kinetic war and the military action, today's warfare is also about the information warfare. We know that every minute there is a fair amount of propaganda video is coming out from Pakistan. A whole lot of social media handles. They have actually made a social media warrior team, which is actually putting false information and propaganda, not only from Pakistan, but from outside as well. So this has to be countered because this does affect the perception management globally. So I think these regular briefings are certainly important to counter the propaganda, give the message what we started. See, our aim and strategy was very clear. We know it, India knows it, but the whole world also needs to know it. Also, the best part is that the damage is not only to the Pakistan military and Pakistani terrorists. The damage is to the psyche. The strike which took place in airfield near Rawalpindi, and which also shaken up their perception of the nuclear arsenal likely to be hit, or there was a panic in Pakistan military that maybe that the next missile may come on the nuclear installation. And that is the turning point of the whole exchange, wherein they ran up to Americans to say that now you have to do something because we are left with no choice now what to do. So that was the time I think the Americans did speak to us as well, because earlier Americans had said that they are not interested. But then thereafter, but I think Indian leadership was quite firm, and we wanted, no, if a request has to come, then it should come from there. And it happened that way. So their DGMO was forced to speak to our DGMO, and thereafter, I think we agreed. Now there is a lot of discussions on why we agreed to the ceasefire, because there are various perceptions. Now let me tell you strategically, for any political leader, conflict termination and exit strategy and the point of exit is a very difficult decision, but it's a very important decision. We have seen Russia-Ukraine faltering for this decision. We have seen Israelis faltering for this decision and then getting involved in an endless conflict. Now, we have stated our aim without any doubts earlier. We have achieved our aims. Similarly, in the exchanges, whatever they told us, whatever they threw at us, we destroyed that effectively. And thereafter, we attacked their 11 airfields together, which was a big shocker to them. So therefore, we proved our mettle in the systems, in the capabilities, in the efficiency, in the training, and everywhere. Now, having done that, it's a right time to get out because we don't want to get involved in the Afghanistan issue. Now, and also let me just highlight. Let's
Yes.
say hypothetically, if people say that okay, we should have continued, we were momentum was on our side. Let's say hypothetically. Now, two things would have happened. Either you would have got involved in another 8 years of war because it's a nuclear country. It's not Hamas, which does not have a air power. Similarly, it's not a Ukraine, which does not have a nuclear weapon. So it is a difficult country. This is the first time in the world after Second World War when airfields of a nuclear countries have been hit by another nuclear country. This is unparalleled. So therefore, I think this was exact time and a right time for us to agree to the ceasefire with a caveat that all non-kinetic actions are still in place, and we have a right to respond whenever something else happens. So I think
Okay.
we have played it well. Back to you.
Okay, Air Vice Marshal Kapil Kak also with us on the broadcast. Air Vice Marshal Kak,